get this money from? Money. Money. Money.
What is up, Innovation family? How's everybody doing today? It's me, Brandon, your friend, your neighbor, your host, back with another video for Innovation Property Atlanta, talking about this Turo game, rental car game, and ways we all can make money together. Before we jump into today's video, as always, guys, remember to like my video if you don't mind. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Refer me out to anybody you know who's interested in learning more about the Turo game, rental car game, and side hustles, and we will go from there. You guys, today's quick video is about how fortunes can change just like that when it comes to your Turo fleet, your rental cars, and staying on top of your service and maintenance. So I recorded a previous video, maybe what's today? Today is Monday. Last video was about gap insurance, and before that was about the Cadillac Escalade being down with some engine issues. So I want to give you guys updates on just how quick that changes from when you have a car that's profitable, making money, so all of a sudden you got to throw money to getting big items fixed. So just a quick update. The Cadillac, the Escalade is in the shop right now, currently being diagnosed with an engine lifter problem. It's ticking right now, so when you try to drive it, it's a check engine light on for misfire, and also a ticking noise that's going on in the engine. So they got to take the top part of the engine off, and see, took them the valve, and also the cam and some other parts they gotta check out, and also maybe the lifter might be bad. So the common problem on these GM engines as far as the Escalades, this happens a lot. My Escalade has about 97,000 miles, so it's getting up there in mileage. So this is gonna be a pretty big job. I'm already about $500 in on this job as far as labor costs, so having to take the engine apart and also just diagnose what the problem's going to be. That's not going to include further labor and more parts, or more research on their part as far as pricing the parts, and also labor's going to cost more. So this could technically be a $2,000 job, $3,000 job. I don't know. Hopefully I ain't got to replace the engine or get a new engine, but I'll keep you guys posted on this job. So again, the Escalade, I had it since about May, so we're about 5-6 months going on to having it. Been doing great as far as revenue. Been averaging about $1,700 a month as far as revenue, minus the $700 car payment and $100 for insurance. So usually I net about $700-800 a month. But just like that, it could be eaten up, in all your revenue or all your profit could be eaten up just like that, based on the type of maintenance or service you got to do in your vehicle. So if it's going to be $3,000, $4,000, that pretty much ate up most of my net profit I made on this vehicle. But part of the game. So like I instruct my people that call me for one-on-one consultations, you got to have multiple vehicles. If this was my only vehicle, I'll be down. I'll be hurt a lot, because this could be another week, 2 weeks before it gets fixed. On top of me having to pay money in my pocket to get it fixed, I also got to pay money for all the downtime, me not be able to get rentals and just sitting there. So this is why it's important, if you're going to do this rental car game, to have at least 3-4 cars for backup, or it's making you money while the cars are down or getting fixed. So that's the Escalade. The next vehicle that happened over this past weekend is the 2017 Dodge Charger Daytona. So a client had it. It was saying the car was overheating. So I said, all right, make sure you got coolant in the coolant tank. It's probably a leak coming from the coolant tank or coming from a hose. I just got the water pump and also the radiator replaced in this vehicle about 9 months, maybe a year ago. That was about a $1,000 job for thermostat and also the water pump. So come to find out, I had the vehicle towed to a mechanic, and also shout out to, they're called Hale Automotive out on the west side part of town in the Powder Springs, Hiram area. They got me together as far as getting me an estimate. I'm going to show you guys an estimate as I'm talking through what's going on with the Charger. So it happened yesterday. The client reached out to me and let me know it was overheating. I told him not to drive the vehicle, just let it sit. And then he went ahead and just left the car there, and I went ahead and got it towed. So my towing company that I use is actually really awesome. I use a company called GoSam. It's actually a national company, so you might want to check them out. GoSam, you can get a yearly membership for like $49. You get unlimited tows. Unfortunately, AAA had dropped me, so they weren't a big fan of what I had going on, because I had too many tows over the last couple of years of AAA, so they dropped me. But GoSam has been clutch as far as my tows. Got me together, towed me to the service shop, which is probably about 15 minutes or so from where the car was located. So lo and behold, it's going to be about $600 plus change to get the water pump redone on the charger. They'll be able to knock me out tomorrow and get me back up and running. Hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday morning I can pick it up and we're back on the road with the charger. So again, I'm saying all this to say you got to have a savings account. You got to have money put it aside. You got to have business funding. You got to have all these things and running like a business when it comes to getting your cars repaired and getting back on the road. If you wait too long and the repairs or damage is going to be, if you let your car sit too long, damage and repairs may get worse over time. So you got to jump on top of these things, unfortunately. So the basic stuff, getting your cars washed, your brakes, your tires, that should be just pitch and catch when it comes to having a fleet and having cars. The big stuff, I understand you may have to wait a couple of days or a couple of weeks so you get money saved up for the big items, but it's going to happen, guys. So again, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. You got to have your money put to the side, whether that be $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, whatever, however you want to run your business is the kind of money you want to put to the side to be able to get these repairs done. So that was my weekend overall, pretty good weekend. Most of my cars were rented out. So I got the Escalade down, I got the Daytona Charger down, and also the Tahoe's making a weird noise on the Tahoe. So I need to get that checked out also, see what's going on with that. But overall, out of my 16 cars that are available, having 2 down right now is not the end of the world. Hopefully be back up. I know the Daytona's gonna be back up and running the next couple of days. Hopefully the Escalade should be down maybe another week or so. We'll see what happens with that, and I'll keep you guys posted. You guys have a good one.
Never been so lucky I can have it all. Can I simply ask you where you get this money from?